Local 4 News starts now with a breaking news alert.
Breaking news just in from Detroit's west side. A 5-year-old girl and her mother killed after an apartment catches fire.
I don't know, these kids was in this house too. These kids was in here.
A 5-year-old boy was also in that apartment. He was rushed to the hospital.
And now investigators trying to learn what caused the fire. Tim Pamplin is on the scene with a night cam. Tim?
Fire quickly tore through the cornerstone apartments here. This is Chicago at the Southfield Freeway. You can see the scorched outside of the apartment there. Started downstairs, spread upstairs. The family upstairs saw the smoke and went running to alert their neighbors.
We started beating on everybody's door to get out and screaming, hollering, fire, fire, so everybody could get out. And that was it. That was it.
She knew in the unit directly below her on fire was a mother and 2 young children.
They didn't hear us, but we kept beating on that door and beating on that door, and didn't nobody come out to the outside. Until the fire department come and they start bringing people out.
So to recap, a 40-year-old mother, her 5-year-old daughter passed away tonight in this apartment fire. Their 7-year-old son, I'm being told, clinging to life. The investigation as to how this fire started just getting underway, but it was believed that the fire started in the kitchen. That's the scene on the west side tonight with the night cam. Tim Pamplin, Local 4.
Again, the cause is still under investigation. We'll bring you any new information both on air and clickondetroit.com.
Wanted for a string of robberies. 5 people in this car slam into a house with the car going 100 miles an hour.
And I stepped back, next thing you know, the whole house shook, because then that's when the car hit my house.
Tonight, 2 people who were in that car are dead, 3 others in critical condition, and an innocent bystander hurt. We bring in Mara McDonald live at St. John Hospital, and that's where police and family have been in and out all night. Mara.
They sure have, Devin, and let me bring you up to speed on what we're hearing out of DPD. You're right. Inside that car, you had 5 people. Police telling us all were either 18 or 19 years old. 4 young men, 1 young woman. The driver of that car, dead on the scene. The young woman who was in the passenger front seat, dead on the scene. The remaining 3 in seriously critical condition here at St. John. Inside this car were 5 friends. 2 were immediately dead once they hit this home on Chalmers.
The car caught fire once it hit impact, and once that happened, they had to extinguish out the fire, and there was about 5 people trapped in. I watched them pull out 3.
Brandon Johnson was in his office at St. John Congregational when he looked up.
I saw the speeding vehicle that was involved in, that was the cause of the accident, doing about 100 miles an hour.
This all started a block away near Chalmers and Jefferson.
One of our police officers spotted the vehicle in a strip mall near here. Vehicle pulled out of the strip mall. They knew that the vehicle was wanted in connection with earlier robberies.
And not just from today. That car and those in it were wanted in connection with a series of robberies on the east side. When officers tried to pull them over, the driver hit the gas. 1 block later, he hit this Buick. 300 feet after that, plowed right into Cheryl Chambliss's home.
I immediately came, opened the door, I started starting to smoke. I tried to push the door back, and I ran out the back door.
That car took out part of her house. The fire department has had to brace it. Meanwhile, family of those in the car congregated at St. John for news.
My client is Antonio Henley. He's been declared dead on arrival at the hospital here. His mother and his grandmother are devastated.
Back here live. As it stands right now, the driver of that Buick SUV that got hit, police say he's lucky to be alive. Had his SUV been further in that intersection, he likely would be dead. Right now, we are told he has a shoulder injury. And Cheryl Chambliss, who you heard from, whose house got hit, well, here's the thing. That house is not habitable right now because of how that car smashed into her home and took out part of the foundation. She has no homeowner's insurance. So now they're trying to set up a GoFundMe to try and somehow do the repairs. You can see more about that on our web channel, clickondetroit.com. We're live on Detroit's east side tonight. I'm Mara McDonald, Local 4.
Oh my. All right, Mara. Well, tonight the UAW is alerting its membership that there is little progress to report. In a letter sent out to members, the union says General Motors has shown in their words, lack of commitment to building vehicles in U.S. factories. And that, the union believes, is the key to job security. Wages, health care, and pensions still among the issues being negotiated. It appears it's a long way to go, and tomorrow's going to be day 24 of the strike.
A long legal battle in Warren over medical marijuana appears to be over. Tonight, a judge awarding 15 dispensaries licenses to operate in the city. Priya Mann was at tonight's city council meeting, and Priya, a lot of controversy surrounding how those 15 dispensaries were chosen.
Yeah, that's right, Kim. A committee interviewed and scored these applicants behind closed doors. 3 of those committee members also sit on city council. And after a judge dropped an injunction, well, this proposal passed 5-2.
This whole business has been a farce.
Some members of Warren City Council agreed.
I think that for us to do this tonight is doing an injustice to the citizens of this city.
3 of 7 council members were on a committee that reviewed and ranked applicants behind closed doors.
The process has been flawed from the very beginning.
You had members who not only make the score but then vote on that score, really with the majority of the power to have the final decision.
As a patient, I want to know what's going on. I want to know who's going to be running these companies.
The process was so contentious, a Macomb County judge had to place a temporary injunction. It was lifted Tuesday, paving the way for a final vote.
This process is just angering me. We're sitting here today because of the way things were handled.
Why not the city of Warren? And if it's going to improve the city, make jobs and create income for the city in the form of taxes, then we should do it.
It's a shame for the residents. It's a shame for the business community, and it's embarrassment, in my opinion, to the city.
The top 15 ranked businesses got the green light Tuesday, shutting out dozens of others.
We knew it was a competitive, merit-based process. What we didn't know was that the process wasn't going to be fair and it was going to be almost predetermined.
Now, there are 6 pending lawsuits. The city expects 2 of them to be dropped, but business owners I spoke with expect to file more in the coming weeks. Reporting live from Warren, I'm Priya Mann, Local 4.
Okay, Priya. A federal judge rules Michigan State University football coach Mark D'Antonio will have to answer questions under oath in connection with a wrongful termination lawsuit. According to the Detroit News, D'Antonio is going to be deposed for up to 7 hours by attorneys for former staffer Curtis Blackwell, who named D'Antonio in his lawsuit. Blackwell is accusing D'Antonio and former MSU president Luana K. Simon of blaming him for the recruitment of Austin Robertson. Robertson was later convicted of raping a student. The judge ruled D'Antonio can wait until after the season before the deposition.
Detroit Public Schools Community District hoping to regain independence after years of oversight by the state. The district making the case with multiple years of balanced budgets and increased enrollment. We talked with Superintendent Nikolai Vitti tonight about why getting out of oversight is so important to the district.
What it means is autonomy, financial autonomy, where we won't have to have large contracts approved by the FRC, collective bargaining agreements approved by the FRC, and Detroiters will once again have more autonomy with the school-based budget through the school board and myself.
The decision to remove the district from state oversight will be based on an upcoming audit, which happens in January.
Tonight, the Trump administration is saying it is not going to cooperate with the impeachment investigation. The White House sent a letter to Democrats accusing them of violating the Constitution and attempting to overturn the results of the 2016 presidential election. That letter was sent just hours after the White House blocked the testimony of Gordon Sondland. Sondland is the U.S. ambassador to the European Union. House Democrats have since sent out a subpoena to Sondland, calling on him to appear for a deposition on October 16th.
A woman robbed in broad daylight while carrying groceries. Security video here shows a woman walking down Charis Street on Detroit's east side when a man suddenly rushes up behind, snatching her purse and knocking her to the ground. Witnesses say it all happened so fast.
He kind of walked past her and snatched her purse, pushed her down, and took off up the street running. Pretty unfortunate stuff like that is happening around here.
Some neighbors chased the man away, but he did get away. Police are investigating.
One of the 5 priests to be charged in the state's investigation of clergy abuse has pleaded guilty. 56-year-old Patrick Casey is the first priest to plead guilty in this investigation. Father Patrick Casey worked at St. Theodore in Westland. Today, Casey pleaded guilty to aggravated assault, a sentencing hearing scheduled for next month. He'll face a maximum sentence of a year in jail.
Still ahead, it's one of 2 tests students take to get into college.
And new tonight, new changes to the ACT that could make it easier to get a higher score.
And a standoff on the highway, what caused a SWAT team to surround a car on the side of the road. Ben.
Kim, at least we won't have the 30s tomorrow morning. It's about the best thing we could say. With the addition of some fog, we'll also look at where the big changes are coming for the weekend. Just a few minutes.
All right, Ben, but first, one local school district has introduced someone new to school to help students.
Just to see the excitement in their faces when they approach her has just been priceless.
How Dakota is helping reduce student stress. Next.
1 million Americans have a total joint replacement every year. But how do you know if a new knee or hip is right for you? I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Tomorrow at 6 a.m., 4 questions you can ask to see if it's time to say goodbye to your aching joints.
Local 4 News at 5 and 6. The stories that are affecting you. We fight for the truth. Your truth. We understand the challenges Detroiters face because we drive the roads too, send our kids to the schools, and deal with the weather. We celebrate the moments that make us all cheer and mourn the losses that break hearts. And what we don't know, we ask and ask again until the answers make sense. Local 4 News at 5 and 6. Detroit's moments are here.